Alright. Hello there. A bit of a problem occurred with the last time I tried to stream, namely that I didn't actually record anything. So I've got to start over. The problem is I can't properly start over because I saved over the original playthrough. So I can't even play it right now. Or I can't repeat it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into one of my other saves and play through the mission on that. Now the downside is this isn't what I intended to do. All the characters are going to be different, all the equipment's going to be different. It's going to be a completely different playthrough from when I originally did it. That causes problems because it's no longer basically a recording of my playthrough. That's if I can ever get this stupid thing to come up. Should have come up by now. Why are you taking so long? It says you're launching. Why aren't you launching? Oh, I despise that. Man, I don't see it. Do I need to... Do I need to click the... Yes, I need to click the thing. Okay. Now it should work. Also have a slight case of COVID. Skip that nonsense. Let's see. Which one of these clears do I want to use? Good. What playthrough is this? This is one of my problems. I have so many playthroughs here. Yeah, this playthrough is completely different. But it should solve the problem, since it's on exactly the same mission. So, let's get her done. You missed all my witty banter I did with the original, and honestly, it's been a while, so I don't even remember what I said. But mostly I was kind of mentioning the fact that Isara's already been through all of this prejudice and whatnot, considering she lived in the general's house and probably more often than not was mistaken as a servant rather than his daughter. I mean, even Alicia calls her the girl who lived in the general's house, not the general's daughter. So there's a lot of give and take there. But here we go.
Hey, why the long face? You worried?
Oh, Mr. Zaka. I just can't believe it.
Yes, you can.
Believe what?
That there's prejudice and hatred in the world and that they're not going to go away just because you want them to.
I'd heard stories of the concentration camps, about the harsh labor forced upon detainees.
Yeah, there's one thing I do want to mention here that I didn't mention in the original video. This place wasn't built by the Empire. Gallia built this place. Fozen is a Gallian mineral resource processing plant. It's a Gallian mining operation. The Empire conquered it But Fosen already existed. So all of the problems that are happening here, not the concentration camp part, but the failure of the equipment, everything else, Galia's the one who probably intentionally sabotaged a lot of that equipment before they left. So a lot of what the Darskins are suffering right now is predominantly due to Gallian terrorism, ironically.
But seeing it happen in person, it just seems too cruel to be true.
Not really. I mean, actually, these the Darskins in this concentration camp are actually being treated fairly well compared to how they are treated generally in the Empire. This is not a good example of what a concentration camp would be. They should be starved, basically malnourished. Honestly, Zaka is way too well fed to indicate a major statement of mistreatment. Not only that, they're not bruised. I mean, yes, most of them are probably respectably malnourished due to the fact the Empire is only providing them with the bare minimum essentials to keep them functional so that they can work, and don't care about the elderly, probably avoiding feeding them just so they don't have to worry about them and that they'll die quicker so that they can bring in new younger ones.
Yeah. But this is the truth.
No, it's not, Zaka. You're just making things up.
The world is no friend of the Darksons. That's the truth of it.
Nobody has any idea what you're talking about. In fact, in Gallia, you have pretty much equal rights and are even allowed to live out your life fairly well. I mean, yes, there's still hatred and prejudice, but that's mostly because of the church, which teaches that Darskins are evil, and multiple wars where your people were literally targeted for enslavement, and because of that targeting, it caused a lot of people to die because, well, basically anyone who knows anything about World War II and how the Nazis tended to take Jews and anyone sympathetic to them, it was a lot like that with anyone who was helping the Darskins.
And this war has stirred up prejudice in people, so they behave inhumanely.
Ironically, it's mostly the lower class who tend to behave inhumanely, because when it comes down to it, the upper class behave inhumanely to everyone. It's basically the Darskins are what the lower class use to, I guess you could say, carry out their loathing of the upper class without targeting the upper class. They basically are using the Darskins as a lower class citizen so that the lower class can feel like they're upper class. That's basically how the Empire controls their lower class, by giving them someone else to undermine and insult so that they can feel superior.
I can sympathize with wanting to look away, but facing the truth makes a person grow.
That's not necessarily true. Sometimes it permanently scars them and drives them to insane lengths and potentially causes them to murder people.
Mr. Zaka.
And hey, we're still young. Let's enjoy life. It's up to us to change other folks' minds.
That goes against everything you just said.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, Mr. Zaka.
You literally said the world was no friend to Darskins, implying that you can't change people's minds. Then you go on a rant about how the war is making people act inhumanely. That's what wars do. However, it's not the war that's causing the inhumane actions. It's the misrepresentation of your people by a religious sect and the ensuing use of that religious sect to elevate various parties to positions of power. That's what's causing this.
As long as we don't stop reaching out, the day will come when others will accept us.
Or murder you. That's kind of the whole point. There's a lot to unpack here, but it's it's not really my place to try and explain it. If you really stop and think about what they're saying here, it makes sense in a way, but at the same time, there's also a lot of where it just sits there and it's like, take a look around you and realize that these people are intentionally doing this in order to feel more powerful. They're not doing this for the sake of any other reason. They are using you as an outlet for their own inferiority. That's it. Until you deal with that overwhelming problem, they're not going to accept you because then they lose the one outlet they have. They need that outlet in order not to basically become self-destructive. If they suddenly realize that, hey, we're doing a bad thing, then yeah, that's going to cause a lot of problems. I mean, just look at America right now. We're tearing ourselves apart under the exact same problems.
Righto. But for now, it's late. The mission starts at dawn. Make sure you get some rest.
I will. Good night, Mr. Zaka.
I have no idea why he keeps closing his eye. Oops. No, I don't want to repeat that episode. Let's get this over with.
Here are details on the current operation.
Blah, blah, blah. Go do things. None of this is relevant. It accomplishes nothing. I'm basically going to do the same thing I did last time. That is to say that I don't actually want... Yeah, I just realized this mission doesn't have Nadine. This playthrough doesn't have Nadine.
We're prepared to...
I always use Nadine. Why did I replace her with Claudia?
Our job is to make sure that bomb gets set. Squad 7, move out!
I don't remember. Maybe it was something I was doing on this playthrough. I don't... There's a lot of give and take there.
Hey, you think you could do me a favor? Take the northwest bridge down first. Doing that'll block enemy reinforcements and give me a chance to wire up the rail bridge.
Okay, got it. I'll do that if you get the bomb ready to go.
You know, when you finally see where the bomb's set, you have to wonder why he needed that. Well, it does kind of make sense, because if he uses a little boat to get there...
Leave it to me. I've been practicing for today for a good long while now.
All right, let's move out. Cut through the enemy and head for the northwest bridge. Entering combat! Alicia, I'm fighting for us. Enemy sighted! Hostile sighted!
It doesn't look like conventional attacks will harm it.
Minor damage sustained. Fire!
Now, the problem is, most of this stuff's fully
Moving out.
upgraded, so... It's kind of well beyond broken at this point.
Provide the squad some cover fire.
Enemy unit spotted! Enemy... Can't beat the smell of fresh soil.
Treads holding up.
Enemy unit spotted! Can't beat the smell of fresh...
Yeah, that's completely irrelevant information. Don't really need it.
Moving out!
Basically, it's telling you, hey, there's these switches, activate them, and you get access to elevators that you can then use to travel around the map.
Keep your eyes front and center.
Can't beat the smell of fresh soil.
Kill the tank.
Now!
bad.
Moving out!
Kill that guy.
Moving out!
Kill that guy.
Please hit!
Who are these guys?
Why am I moving over there so that the tank doesn't shoot me on its turn? Or the train.
I'll try my best!
Alex says this is a highly upgraded version of the same playthrough.
Are you within firing range? Make sure to check.
All these characters have the best weapons in the game.
We can't lose here. Those people need our help.
So it's a lot different than my original playthrough.
Thank you.
Go, go, go!
Which, as you know, is using the restriction of the fact that I could only use weapons from the,
Here we go!
playthrough. Or that I can only use captured Imperial weapons. This
care of those
does not
threats.
have that restriction.
I'll try my best!
Look out for that anti-tank cannon!
So, unfortunately, this playthrough is kind of broken. But
Galleon vermin, scurrying into the city like rats.
I can at least show you how the mission is played out.
Listen well. I want every galleon that's fool enough to enter firing range mowed down. Show these farm hands the technological superiority of the Imperial forces. No!
Okay, that didn't happen. Yeah, that didn't happen last time.
Our job is to make sure that bomb gets set. Squad 7, move out!
I didn't even know he could hit me from there.
Hey, you think you could doing...
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Leave it to me.
All right.
Alright,
Entering combat.
let's try this again. Preferably without
Hostile
the
sighted.
screw up this time.
I'm getting pushed
Hostile
around
sighted.
here. Help me out!
Minor damage sustained.
Let's get this
Fire!
Alright!
Squad 7, I'll leave that zone to you.
Yeah, that didn't happen last time. That's the one downside to replaying a mission.
Fire, throw 'em to pieces.
You sometimes, because you're doing things differently,
Thank you.
there's no guarantee that the mission's going to
Enemy
play out
spotted.
exactly the way it did before.
Enemy spotted!
Here we go!
depends on making careful decisions.
Fire!
Yeah, also it was a lot more unlikely that I could have hit that.
Moving out! Can't beat the smell of fresh soil.
Lancers, please keep track of your ammo. Please hold out just a little longer.
Enemy sighted!
Oh, hey. Thousands lined with industrial lifts. They're designed to transport heavy machinery.
Since I skipped it last time, I'll let you
Hit the switch and it'll take you to another level. Foot soldiers, tanks, you name it. If you look on the control panels next to the lifts, you'll find the switch no problem.
All right.
completely irrelevant.
Strike them first.
That did absolutely nothing, but hey, it felt good.
My turn, okay?
Alright.
Are you within firing range? Make sure to check.
Don't even think of dodging.
Tanks don't die.
What do they want us to do against that?
What? My wounds are healing.
Just keep up this pace.
Yeah, I won't actually unlock that until much later.
Moving out!
Just keep up this pace.
To do things just slightly differently than before.
Entering combat!
I'm actually going to man the tank this time. See if I can hit Junior Mint one more time.
Fire!
Good work.
Now all the tanks are dead, and I don't have to worry about them anymore.
It doesn't look like conventional attacks will harm it.
So let's get that taken care of.
Galleon vermin, scurrying into the city like rats. Listen well. I want every galleon that's fool enough to enter firing range mowed down. Show these farm hands the technological superiority of the Imperial forces.
You do realize that most of your help are farm hands as well.
Please hit!
Boom. Now, just for reference, the train's going to continually do that, just going back and
Moving
forth
out.
over and over and over again throughout the entire remainder of this mission. The only way to
It doesn't
win
look like conventional attacks will harm it.
is to take it out when it's in the center.
Camp occupied.
Please hit!
The Northwest Bridge is down. Zaka, it's your turn to get that bomb set.
I'm on it. It won't take a second. Okay, it's set to blow. Now it just needs a gunshot to detonate. When it goes off, the whole bridge goes too.
All right, got it.
I wanted to go with a time bomb, but there's no guarantee the armored train would be there.
I see. This way we can wait until the target is where we want it before detonating it.
Cross the central bridge and move up the east bank, and there's a great spot to shoot from. It's all yours now. Good luck getting those fireworks up on time.
What was that explosion?
Sir, the Gallian forces appear to have bombed the northwestern route.
What? Clever, but not enough. Restore power to the work lifts. I want scouts out there reporting battle status. They can resist all they like. This rail car is impenetrable. I'll enjoy their demise.
Rail car, yes. You, not so much.
What do they want us to do against that?
Just for reference, after turning
My
on
turn,
that
okay?
lift, they never use it again.
Enemy unit spotted!
Kill this Lancer, he's kind of important.
Please hit!
Good. That makes things a bit
This
easier.
is why I love Imperial guns, because they just do so much damage.
Moving out!
I mean, I'll be blunt, they do a ridiculous amount of damage. There's no way a regular Galleon gun could hope to kill these guys in 4 hits.
Man down, everybody be...
Now, the only down part is, I am in range of all of these weapons. As soon as I get across this bridge, they're gonna shoot me.
Entering combat!
It doesn't look like conventional attacks will harm it.
Fire!
I'll try my best!
You could attack all day and not dent that thing.
Place them in an angle to help deflect fire. Stop the enemy from breaking through.
I don't think they can get in there.
My
Alright,
turn, okay?
let's see if I can get her at least to some cover. Doesn't look like it.
Moving out!
Which basically means, welcome to Sitting Ducksville.
Moving out! My turn, okay?
That is what I meant about the train shooting you to whoever level the heck once you get there.
Berthold Gregor commands you. You are the shield that defends the Empire.
That will not help them in the slightest. They're just gonna do that repeatedly. Luckily, that train is a lousy shot. Well, the good news is I don't have to worry about the train anymore. Welcome to completely irrelevant
Moving
things
out.
that you gotta deal with.
Enemy unit spotted! Please hit!
Just keep up this pace.
I actually did this one a lot different the first playthrough.
Enemy unit spotted!
All squads, check your...
Kill anything moving this way.
Enemy unit spotted! Think you can stop me?
Alright, now I basically need 2
Moving out.
shots, I guess you could call them. Take 1 shot to take this bridge out.
We can't
That'll
move
stop
here.
guys like
Those
him from
people
popping
need
up.
our help.
Get them back here! Fast!
Can't beat the smell of fresh soil.
What do they want us to do against that?
Enemy sighted!
I don't know what just shot her, but something did.
Let's do this thing.
Squad leaders, report your status.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh god, no.
Go down.
Clear a path. Men,
Let's do this thing. Here I come.
Good. That makes things a bit easier.
No, it really doesn't.
Try to act as soon as you spot a target.
Let's do this thing.
who are these guys?
Like I said, in this playthrough I've already unlocked everything, so there's really nothing that's completely unique or different here. Including all the orders.
All right, listen up! Soldier wounded! Get some treatment!
Moving out! Enemy unit spotted! Can't beat the smell of fresh soil.
Stick it out, soldiers!
I guess that'll have to do.
Just watch
Largo
this.
up there.
can reach it from there. Please verify your range.
Just ain't feeling.
Look out for that anti-tank cannon.
You're done!
And he missed.
Just watch this. There! Vegetables!
Come on.
You're done!
Honestly, I just want to kill
Been
the
waiting
tank.
here.
I'm not actually worried about the Lancer guys, because they'll go down real quick. In all reality, I don't even have to take them out. Now it's going to go sit in the center. Fire away over there. And
My turn, okay?
for all intents and purposes, I just won.
Enemy units think you can stop me?
Make good use of cover as you proceed.
Yeah, that's right, I don't even have to kill those guys. Or capture their flag.
What's your situation?
All I gotta do is get down here. And there's the bomb. All I gotta do is shoot that,
Don't even think of dodging.
and it's mission complete.
What? Status report! What's happening out there?
Unknown vibrations detected. It's the bridge! It's collapsing! Ah!
Cowards! Too afraid to face me directly.
Isn't that what they should be saying about you, since you sat up on a train high above everyone else? You know, with your head held high and looking down on everyone, and, you know, they just kind of took your throne out from under you.
This tank is the bedrock of the Empire itself! Unshakable! Invincible!
Nope.
So long, Gregor.
Yes, we dropped the armored train.
Lieutenant, there's an emergency. Imperial soldiers are fleeing the city. They've set fire to the Darkson concentration camp.
Now, I'm mentioning this again because I mentioned it last time in the video, but there's actually a Valkyria Chronicles anime, which also has the same scene, only in that scene, the Galleons try to smuggle out the prisoners, which makes no sense whatsoever, considering there's supposed to be an entire Imperial garrison here preventing them from doing just that. And there's not nearly enough Galleons there to actually extradite them, so it doesn't make any sense that they would be able to get them to help them escape. That just doesn't make sense. But somehow they do, so Gregor uses the big railway cannon to kill them all. Just straight up kills them. Now, in this version, the actual original version, because the game came out first, Gregor doesn't do anything. It's the retreating Imperials who set fire to the Darskin camp, because, specifically, Gregor died. Gregor was the only thing keeping the Darskins alive. With the fact that Gregor is dead, and this place is now lost, the Imperials, rather than allowing the Darskins to be rescued or recovered, simply execute them. This is not Gregor's orders. It may have been. I mean, there's no guarantee it's not. But most likely, Gregor would not have ordered it unless he believed that it was lost. And as you could tell from the way he was acting, he did not believe he could lose. He was completely convinced in the superiority of the Empire and its technological prowess. So he was convinced there was no way the Galleons could have ever taken this place, so he never would have given the order to burn the concentration camps. And also, that doesn't make any sense with Gregor's personality either. He was a leader, a governor. Burning your workforce for any reason makes no sense. Also, there weren't that many Galleons involved. So it's highly unlikely that this was Gregor's orders. This was more than likely just an idea from a bunch of Imperial soldiers who probably had been stuck on guard duty and had gotten extremely sick and tired of guarding the Darskins. So when the opportunity came and the chain of command was broken, they just pulled out their flamethrowers and set the place ablazing. That does seem to be the most likely scenario because there are definite survivors, including Zaka. Although Zaka wasn't even there at the time. Plus, there would have also been those in the work sites who were probably just machine gunned to death. Because I sincerely doubt that Gregor would have ordered the mining to be stopped during the Galleon attack. I mean, it's possible he ordered that, but we don't have any evidence of that either. But likely during the Galleon attack, the Darskins would have been corralled into the camp. And yes, I am going a lot because it's kind of hard to remember my thought train.
The barracks are in flames! Get over there, now!
Why aren't you sending people over there? Where's the reinforcements? Why did Squad 7 have to take this entire base by themselves?
What? No!
Where's those forces that were supposed to be surrounding the place that you promised? And yes, I did get all that stuff in the original playthrough. And here we have Rosie's moment of trauma.
Why murder everyone? They forced everyone to go into this building, then set it on fire. For what?
She was just a kid. Somebody tell me who did this! I'll tear their stinking heads off!
And what would that accomplish?
Revenge! That's what!
Fight fire with fire? An eye for an eye? Didn't enough people die today? Even if our traditions lead us to death at the hands of others, we don't respond with violence.
Yes, you do.
When we die for peace. That is how the Darkson live their lives.
Now those lives are gone. Forever.
But why?
I could hate them, maybe even kill them, but that wouldn't bring those people back. All I can really do is try to survive and help the ones who are still here.
Rosie?
Rosie. Thank you.
Sure.
There could be other survivors. Everybody, help us look!
I doubt it. I mean, considering the way those buildings were burnt, I sincerely doubt there were any survivors, and if there were, they would not want to be survivors. They are probably horrifically burned, if not mutilated beyond all recognition. Also, Zaka is the biggest hypocrite in existence. But he's a very charismatic hypocrite.
Thanks in part to Squad 7's efforts, militia forces reclaimed the city of Fausen. Returning from battle, the squad's members enjoyed a brief and well-deserved respite.
Like I says, reclaimed the city of Fausen. It was not an Imperial fortification.
I was walking across base just now, and the guys from Squad 2 stopped me. They said everybody felt like we got Fausen back because of us Sevens.
That's because they literally did. There was nobody else there. None of the other squads were even involved.
Well, yeah. We took down that train after all. I want a medal.
I wonder how Zaka and everyone are doing.
I hear most of the detainees have either stayed on in Fausen or evacuated to Rangries.
There was, what, like 6 of them?
Oh. Well, I hope they're all doing well now.
No, actually, they're still mistreated and abused.
Yo.
Mr. Zaka?
Huh? Wait, that uniform.
Well, yeah.
Oh, this? As of today, I'm a Gallian militiaman, same as you. They put me in your squad, so we'll be seeing a lot of each other.
Wait, can you even fight? What was all that about living the Darkson way?
Hypocrisy?
Don't sweat the details, right? And I've got experience as a tank commander.
Which means he was either a Darskin or a Gallian Darskin, because they're probably the only people who would train a Darskin to drive a tank, period. Or he is a Darskin from one of the Federation areas, as they would probably do it, and then send them to the front line to die, because honestly the Federation doesn't treat Darskins any better.
My ride's on the smaller side, but you can leave the ground unit support to me.
It's not on the smaller side, Zaka. It's literally the same tank everyone else has. Your tank is just the standard for Gallian tanks. It's the Edelweiss that's too big.
And I thought your boss was pretty righteous. I figured I'd tag along and see for myself.
No, Welkin's an idiot.
What? Me?
He didn't even really say that much.
Well, we didn't get to talk much, but you've got a fresh perspective, you know?
Yes, he compares everything to nature.
I guess so. I don't think I'm much different than other folks, though.
Other than comparing everything to nature. I do mean everything.
Welkin, you're so clueless.
Anyhow, I'm excited to join the team.
Which makes you wonder who he had to bribe in order to get onto this particular squad, because it's not like they were taking requests.
Huh.
Just when Rosie's faith in humanity was getting restored, it's crushed again.
Chapter 11. The Marbury Shore.
Alright. And that's where this is done, at least. We're finally caught up with where I am on the other save. So So let's go ahead and get out of this so that when Sunday rolls around, we can finally get back to where we really need to be, which is back to the original playthrough. Yeah, mistakes were